time for Leadership of the Leaf. Great leaders smoke great cigars. Now, in their fourth season, Austin and Dice are back with more leadership advice and cigar knowledge to share. Grab a cigar and let's put some smoke in the air.
Welcome to another episode of Leadership of the Leaf. I hate dice.
You hate dice?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My name's Austin.
Oh, hi, Austin. My name is Dice, the guy you hate.
Yeah. What's up, Dice?
Hey. We're going to share some good leadership advice. And since we're going to share some good leadership advice, that means we're going to be smoking some good cigars. Austin, what are you smoking?
Sir, I am smoking a gifted cigar. It was given to me by a good buddy of mine.
Wait, you got friends?
Yeah. They're usually nice to me. Unlike somebody.
I'm impressed.
I hate you. I am smoking the Christoph GC or Glenn Close series, signature series.
Huh. Interesting.
Or Glenn Case. Sorry, Glenn Case. I can never remember his last name. I always want to say Close. It's not. It's Glenn Case. Signature series. My bad. Sorry, Glenn.
I don't know which lie to believe. So, what is that composed of, sir? Come on.
I was about to tell you if you shut the fuck up.
But you fucked up the name already, so.
I know, I did.
Okay.
All right, the wrapper. So first off, this had a closed foot pigtail on the head. But it's a Brazilian Maduro. The binder is Dominican Republic. The filler is Dominican Republic, Honduran, and Nicaraguan. It's a 6x60.
All right, that's a little bigger ring gauge than you usually smoke.
Yeah. It again, free cigar. 60 is about my limit.
Definitely my limit there, sir. Unlike Sammy Two Ties, which.
No, you like that. I remember you liked that chunk cigar.
Don't you
the chunk cigar?
Don't lie to the public. Don't lie.
You couldn't get enough of it. I love this big ring gauge.
What tasty beverage are you enjoying with your lies?
I am sipping on again because I had to finish the bottle. It's one of those times where the wife poured me the proper amount of scotch, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." And I looked at the bottle, and it literally swirled around the bottom, and I just dumped the rest in my glass. And I was like, "Oh, why did you try to save that?" But it's Glenfiddich, 12-year.
Okay.
So.
And Glenfiddich is a scotch.
Yeah. My fucking cigar already went out.
Oh, that's because you're a bitch. Oh, cool story, bro. Glenfiddich. I love scotch. Scotchy.
What cigar are you smoking on, Dice? It looks awfully familiar.
Well, some of you may remember that Austin smoked this on, I think it was episode 7. It was around mid-April of season 4, of course.
It's like a lifetime ago.
Considering this is the last episode for this season, last full episode. I remember you said it was worth a try, and I actually saw it in the brick and mortar. I believe you gave it a 5-pack, so we'll see what I'm going to give it. It is the Punch Dad's Home Movies. Yeah. And the box that I got it out of looked like a VHS tape box, which I thought was kind of cool. And I believe you mentioned that. It's cool. Wrapper's Ecuadorian, Habano, binder Nicaraguan, filler Nicaraguan, and my size is a 6x50, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much I enjoyed it as much as you did.
Yeah, I do have another one of those cigars.
Well,
so
we might have to re-smoke because we might have to argue.
Yeah, if we have an argument here, I may have to re-smoke it. So we'll see. All right, so leadership. What the fuck are we talking about? Because I see the title on it, and I just want to know, when the fuck did we get ice cream?
What? What was that? The Ringer?
What the fuck can we get ice cream?
I came across this saying.
Oh.
How'd it go? I'm a butcher. Hold on, let me think. Hold on, I'm a butcher. I should have wrote it down. I didn't write it down.
Should've.
I can't believe I didn't write it down.
How?
I was like, if you want to make everyone happy, don't be a leader. Sell ice cream instead.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So,
yeah.
That's. I don't know if you remember. I was like, "That's going to make a good episode," and he was like, "Do it." So here we are.
Yep. I don't remember that at all, but yep. Sure sounds like something I'd say.
Do it. Yeah, sell ice cream. You want to make everyone happy? Sell ice cream.
Yeah. I will argue the fact though that ice cream does not always make everybody happy. Just saying, but I get what you're trying to say.
You're digging way too deep because you're probably going to be like, I'm fucking lactose intolerant, and one of these other fucking bitches that don't like peanuts or some shit. Like, we're gonna have ice cream, but not butter pecan because I have a peanut allergy.
No, I just get mad when they run. I get mad when they run out of bomb pops.
Fuck off. How about that?
All right, fine, fair enough. All right, so but ice cream's universal, right? It is the Switzerland of desserts. Neutral, comforting, and possible to start a fight over most of the time.
Right.
But apparently me and Dice can do it. No one ever says, "Hey, we need to have a serious talk about the emotional impact that vanilla cone has had on my childhood." Like, nobody's sitting on a therapist's couch being like, "God damn it! If my dad just wouldn't have bought me that ice cream cone, none of this would have ever happened." Like, that ice cream was traumatizing. Shut up. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, doesn't happen. Nobody files a complaint because the ice cream didn't align with their personal goals. No one forms an angry committee because the ice cream wasn't inspirational enough or it didn't foster a culture of empowerment. You know, you don't give a TED talk about the ethical sourcing of sprinkles. Stuff like that just doesn't happen. You don't hold staff meetings to explain why pistachio didn't meet quarterly expectations.
But pistachio is not a real goddamn ice cream.
It's ice cream. Come on. Stop.
Shut up. Yeah. You just scoop, you smile, you serve happiness. Everybody usually walks away with a grin. Unless you run out of ball pops, you bastard. And the worst thing is, hey, you got any extra napkins? That's like the worst thing. Like, it's melting. It's a hot summer day. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fucking ice cream. In fairness, some of my best memories are like when my dad would take me for fucking when the McDonald's ice cream cone machine was working for McDonald's ice cream cone. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, yeah. It's such a like nice little memory. I'm like, that was a good day. That's the ice cream life, right? Like, it's happy. But now leadership, it's not gonna be that. Not even close. Leadership's going to be usually stepping into rooms where people are already unhappy. They're sometimes determined to stay that way. Like, no matter what you do, they're just going to be unfucking happy.
Like me.
Like Dice, yeah. You got to navigate personalities, priorities, politics, pressure, none of which can be fixed with a waffle cone and sprinkles. Although, you can definitely try. And it's maybe not a bad idea if you come in and like taking a new leadership position and summertime, bring everybody ice cream and just, like get to know the team. Might make a good first impression. I'm just saying.
Like, oh, remember that guy came in with fucking ice cream and he had extra fucking rainbow sprinkles?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Oh wait, what?
You said you walk in the room, some people they just try their best just to stay angry at life, right? Yeah. Someone's always upset. Someone's always thinks you're doing too much. Austin, you're doing too much. Someone else thinks you're not doing nearly enough. I wish that guy would do more. Someone is convinced that they could do your job better and half the effort and twice the fucking attitude. None of that happens with ice cream, but with leadership, that happens. You walk in the room, that happens.
Yeah, I always tell people, and myself included, you can't make everybody happy.
No.
You just can't. Leadership's making decisions that someone, sometimes everyone, won't like. It's not just small decisions, it's big ones. Decisions that deal with budget, boundaries, behavioral expectations, performance, safety, strategy, culture, and sometimes just plain common sense. It's the art of disappointing the few so you can serve the many. Because leadership isn't about pleasing the loudest voice. It's about doing what's right for the whole group, and that means you will ruffle feathers. Sometimes you're going to ruffle the whole fucking flock. It's funny, I just had in my workplace, we have a climate assessment survey, is what they call it. So it's the culture, it's the climate of the organization. And my boss went over the results, and mostly it was positive, but there were some few things that he was even blind to. Somebody called him out and said, the boss compared somebody to an animal, and it was difficult to watch. I felt the need so strongly to go check on the member that he insulted, but the member just stated that he was used to ridicule during meetings and then was fine and walked off. The boss literally was like, I see this. I don't remember doing this at all. If I did this, somebody knows who they're talking about, please come tell me so I can fix it, because I don't remember doing it. It was probably an offhanded comment, a joke, whatever, and somebody who probably wasn't even the butt of the joke probably took the wrong way, but it was what it was, right? But he and then other people along the same lines, they complained about the budget, and he goes, "Yeah, I micromanage the budget because if I didn't micromanage the budget, we would run out of money by February." The fiscal year starts in September, in October. We'd run out by February because that's how much, how little funding we've gotten. So, yes, I have to micromanage it to stretch the dollars. I'll own that all day, every day. If you think I'm not doing it right, come talk to me. We'll have a conversation about it. He was very open about it, but he acknowledged, yes, I micromanage that shit because I have to.
That's good. He knows that.
Yeah,
and he knows the reason why.
He owned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
instead of trying to pussyfoot around it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, well, because of the politics and climate and blah blah blah. No. Yeah, I did it. What? And
made me respect him because he goes, yes, I'll own that all day, every day, because you guys send in these great proposals, and if I said yes to every single proposal, we would run out of money by February. And we would be shit out of luck for the rest of the fucking, what is that? Fucking
6 months?
No, probably more than that. It's gotta be 8 months. Because it's October, November, December, January, February. It's 5. So 7 months?
Yeah.
We'd be shit out of luck for the rest of the 7 months. No, fuck that. He's like, no, I'll own that all day. If I'm missing something, you think your proposal has more merit that I gave credit, let's have a talk.
Well, I mean, that rolls perfect with the most new leaders don't understand at the beginning. But unlike that guy, he understands.
He's been doing it a while.
Progress requires friction. No drama, just friction. There's a little friction. The discomfort that comes from the change, it's a little friction.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get in leadership to be adored. Everyone knows I'm a fan of The Office, the American version. He literally says, he goes, is it better to be feared or loved? And he was like, I asked for both. I want them to be afraid of how much they love me. It never happens that way, right?
No.
You don't get in. You get into leadership to make a difference, a real tangible difference. Sometimes making a difference pisses people off, not because you're wrong, but because you're disrupting comfort zones. You're changing rhythms. You're challenging habits. You're setting standards and upholding new standards.
Yeah,
that's the key. You can set standards. People will bitch, and they'll be like, "Yeah, whatever. We'll just go back in 4 months. We'll be back to what we were." Then it's up to you to uphold that new standard.
Well, people love the idea of growth. They're just not the work that comes with it. People love the idea of improvements, just not the accountability that makes it happen. People love that idea of great leadership. People love that. Just not the moments where leadership requires tough decisions, those tough conversations, the tough follow through. People, they shy away from that. They want to stay in their little comfort zone.
Well, it's funny you say that is if you go look at a bookstore, one of the biggest sections in a bookstore is the self-improvement section or self-help section. And people will buy these books. How to do this for dummies, how to leadership for dummies or whatever, right? And they're going to do all this stuff. Like, I'm going to read this book and I'm going to become a better person. I'm going to become a better me and whatever. And they might change for 5 months, 4 months. And then they're like, man, this is a lot of fucking work. Fuck this. And they go right back to what the fuck they were doing. They love the idea of growth. They're like, yeah, I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to be uncomfortable. And then they realize that it's uncomfortable. And they go, oh, this isn't as fun as I thought it was. Oh, my friends, my people who I thought were my friends stopped talking to me because I made a decision at work. This sucks. I don't like this. But, when you hear the phrase, if you want to make everyone happy, just sell ice cream. Just remember, it's not an insult. It's just a reminder. Leadership isn't flavored for universal approval. It's crafted for purpose, progress, and impact. Because at the end of the day, leaders aren't here to hand out ice cream cones. They're here to build something worth standing on. And yes, that means some days you walk away the villain in someone else's story. But you know what? That is okay, because leaders aren't in the happiness business. They're in the responsibility business.
Well, I know this oftentimes, whereas like, you know what? That's okay. I don't mind being the bad guy. Bad guy right here. Bad guy coming through. This is the bad guy. I'm telling you something you don't want to hear because I'm the bad guy. But I mean, what I'm essentially saying is I'm telling you something you don't want to hear because I have the responsibility to make sure that we are moving forward. I have the responsibility for growth. I have the responsibility for their improvements. I have the responsibility to uphold my great leadership that I am trying to, instill upon my people. This growth, this followership.
Right. Well, and like, okay. So for example, if I worked for Dice. Dice was my boss. I worked for Dice. I went to Dice and I was like, hey, I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to lead. And he goes, all right, cool. The first fucking task he gave me, you know what I turned around and said to him? Fuck, do I really have to do that shit? Like, that was I literally asked for it, and then I turned around and I don't want to do that. That sucks. and it was kind of a reminder of like, bitch, you asked for this. This is what this is. Everyone wants to be a boss. They want to see the boss drives a flashy car. The boss gets paid more. The boss has a great life until they get to walk in the boss's shoes, and then they're like, "Oh shit, this sucks. This is not near what I thought it was. I thought it was driving flashy cars, taking meetings, and walking away, like not doing anything else. Yeah. No, it's fucking meeting after meeting, making decisions, pissing people off, having to defend your ideas, all that sort of stuff."
Good ideas come from great leaders and first thirds. I sucked at a segue there, but hey, how's your first third?
That was a terrible fucking segue.
Shut up and tell me your first third.
All right. So I'm trying to pinpoint this flavor note. And maybe a little external processing will help me. It's like grassiness and earthy with a little bit of like dry roasted nuts.
All right.
It's interesting. It's you know what it reminds me of? Rye bread.
What's that?
Rye fucking bread. That's what it reminds me of. Rye bread and roasted nuts.
Rye bread and roasted nuts.
Like roasted peanuts. You know how they got that kind of, there's a salty, I don't want to say char to them, but like you can tell, like if you just have a raw peanut versus a roasted peanut, it's like, oh, okay.
I get it. Mine started off, which I thought was funny enough, was like a slight, I mean, very slight, like cardboard. But I mean, that quickly went away and turned to like a sourdough with, I want to say, like a sweetness of charred meat.
Okay.
I don't remember really what you got. I mean, I didn't re-listen to the episode, but I'd be curious. I'll probably re-listen to it after this, but it'll be cool. I'm curious.
I don't know if I got cardboard on it. That's interesting.
I mean, it was my first draw. Like, and I don't know if the picture of the box, like, I can picture it being in like the VHS tape box. Yeah, like maybe that played a part in my mental to bring that out. But the very first puff, it felt like when you open a box that hasn't been open for a while and you get that like cardboard, like
Dad's home movie.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. No, I kind of want to re-smoke that cigar now that you smoked it, and I'm like, oh yeah. Okay. But anyway.
Well, we was talking about ice cream. So let's pull this to a cigar lounge like analogy.
Okay.
Because there's several walks of life when I think of a cigar lounge. I'm pretty sure many of our listeners, and you probably think the same. The cigar lounge is like a microcosm of humanity, right? It's a little ecosystem filled with personalities, preferences, traditions, and the occasional unwritten rules that everybody knows except for that fucking new guy.
New guy.
And so, if you can picture yourself walking into a good lounge that you frequent a lot, you'll see it all. You got it. You got the guy who wants complete silence. You know, he comes here. He goes to the lounge for peace. He has that long stare about him where, you know, his cigars cost probably more than your car. He looks at people when they speak above a whisper. He's just a guy that's looking for the enlightenment of meditation in the corner. He's just quiet type.
Those guys I noticed don't tend to go to small, or they go to small cigar lounges, or if they don't, they go off in the corner, but they usually go on some off time when nobody's fucking there, so they can just they can be there by themselves. Maybe they have a headset on, maybe they got earbuds in, and they're just off thinking, they're reflecting, they're doing their thing, right? Okay, fine.
Right.
Here's what it is. Then you got the guy who's almost the complete opposite of him, and this is the guy that talks like he's hosting his own fucking talk show. Every lounge has got one of these guys. He's loud, he's animated, he's giving play-by-play commentary about sports, politics, last date, whatever. Fucking name it. 3 conspiracy theories that sound like they came from an uncle at Thanksgiving, right? Like, this is the dude. He loves the sound of his voice so much. Cigar burns uneven because he forgets to smoke it. Like, he'll be the guy that's like, he goes, wait, you listen to me? I don't even listen to me. I talk a lot, so I learned to tune myself out. Like, wait, then why the fuck are you talking, man?
Yeah, the loudest guy in the room is normally the weakest guy in the room.
I told you.
I tries to tell you. But that's generally that guy. I mean, every lounge has that guy. Everyone knows that guy. And then you have the one of my favorites, because this one I actually watch for. I look for the newbie who's trying not to cough when they're smoking. Then you can spot him instantly because he's holding a cigar like it's a fragile relic that might explode. He cut it the wrong way. He lit it the wrong way. He inhaled too much or just too hard. He's fighting for his life, trying not to cough in a room full of seasoned smokers. I mean, bless his little heart. He's trying. And the veterans are trying not to smile too obviously at the effing new guy, F&G.
Yeah. I remember my first time I went to a lounge. And I say this. I did not go to a lounge until I had smoked several cigars on my own. But I still remember the first time I went to a lounge. I was quiet. I was the dude. Like, I had no idea what the rules were, right? I walked into a new place. I was trying to figure out what are the unwritten rules?
Yeah.
And I kept getting these odd looks from people, and I was just like, what the hell are they looking at? And I'm just sitting there smoking, kind of scrolling on my phone, whatever, and just trying to listen to the conversation. But I'm not in the conversation. It's a lounge setting, so right, like all the chairs face inward. But it's like these two dudes were having a conversation. They kept looking over at me, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I put my phone down, and I just kind of sat there, and I was smoking, I was listening to the conversation, and they kept looking at me, and like pausing, and I was like, can I help you guys with something? I'm sorry, you guys keep looking my way, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I upsetting you guys? They're like, no, we just keep waiting for you to jump into the conversation. I'm like, oh, it seems like you guys were having your own conversation, so I didn't want to interrupt. And they're like, no, you're in a lounge, man. Like, come enjoy the conversation. Like, that's what we're all here for. I'm like, oh, okay, my apologies. Like, this is my first time in a lounge. I had no idea. And they're like, oh, well, you smoke, right? And I was like, yeah, I smoke plenty on my own. Usually it's on my back porch watching a movie. I said, this is my first lounge experience. And they're like, oh, well, come on in. Like, talk to us. And then we got to, we hang out and all the other stuff. And it was fine. But I was definitely like, they kept looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What did I do? I have something on my face? It was interesting. But, they got the opposite of the new guy, right? Like, you got the veteran.
Yeah.
That's going to tell everybody the most correct way to toast, light, cut the cigar, just the perfect way. It's the lounge philosopher. He's the guardian of tradition. He has an opinion on everything. Cutting, lighting, aging, right ring gauge, humidification, what you should be smoking if you, quote, really want to experience flavor. Hey, you really want to experience flavor, you put down that piece of shit cigar, you go get one of these. This has really good flavor. He means well, he really does, but he's also the reason some people sit on the opposite side of the room. Because I don't need your fucking opinion. I want to smoke what I want to smoke. I don't need you telling me that it tastes like it tastes of smoke, you fucking asshole. Like, I don't need that shit. Like,
you shared I remember the first time I went to a lounge or whatever, and the veteran guy started talking to me, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, are you talking to me? Are you addressing me? Are you helping me out? I was like, oh my goodness, yay! And I put my piece of shit cigar down, and I got what he was smoking. It was good. I mean, it was good advice. I mean, I was new to the whole lounge thing. Like, whatever. I was smoking an outside cigar when I could enjoy a cigar that, didn't require wind or any outside elements. I can enjoy something that was, I don't want to say made for smoking inside, but I enjoyed a lot better smoking inside.
Yeah. Well, there's also the unwritten rules that, people expect. Like, you gotta dap everybody up before you leave.
And when you come in, you should say what's up to everybody when you come in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the thing.
You also don't want to be that person that always sits in someone else's favorite spot. No matter when you show up or whatever, somebody's probably in your favorite spot. They even smoke sometimes. They try to occupy space that is, it's their spiritual mission to, ruin your lounge experience by taking your spot. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's faith, but either way, you walk in and you think, really? Austin is sitting in my spot again? It's one of those unwritten rules, like, hey, you don't sit in that, but that's Dice's spot.
I do it on purpose.
And you seem like the type.
Yeah. Now just try to make all of those people happy all at the exact same time. Go ahead. I'll wait
that's
for
not
you.
Gonna happen.
Come up with an idea.
Yeah, because that is the leadership migraine waiting to happen. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. You're gonna have to need negotiation skills, people pleasing superpowers, emotional intelligence, psychology degree, possibly divine intervention, and then someone's walking out of there annoyed. Most likely it's the first guy that has a 1,000-yard stare that doesn't want to talk to anybody. So unless you can erect a fucking soundproof wall around him, good fucking luck. But here's the truth, right?
Yeah.
A lounge owner can't please everybody. Manager can't please everybody, and the leader sure as hell can't please everyone. But ice cream vendors can get away with it. But leaders, that's not going to happen. Just go ahead and don't put that on your bingo card. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Common ground is not comfort, it's purpose. The purpose of a lounge isn't to satisfy each individual personal preference. It's to maintain an atmosphere where everyone can coexist without stepping on each other's smoke clouds or whatever else you want to talk about. That's what leaders have to learn. Leadership isn't about universal comfort. If it was, every meeting would come with a cigar, a soft leather chair, and even then, someone would complain that the lighting is off, the room's too cold, too hot, it's not a good enough smoke heater, I don't like the smell of that motherfucker's cigar, whatever the case is. Leadership is about consistent clarity.
Clarity. Oh, man. Clarity. Clarity is in rules. Clarity is in expectations. Clarity is in culture, standards, boundaries, clarity, and the consequences when the boundaries get tested. Like you fuck around to find out type situations. A good lounge doesn't thrive because every person is perfectly happy. It thrives because the environment is predictable, respectable, and anchored in clear expectations. Leadership works the same way.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a drink. You think you can give me some clarity on your second, third?
You want to do it now or after the break?
Well, let's do it after the break. Let's take a break, and then I need clarity on your second, third.
All right.
Don't forget, we need to follow the podcast so we know when new episodes drop.
Hey, everybody. I'm Tim from Cigars Daily, and you are listening to Leadership of the League.
Welcome back. We just took a break, and Austin and I was doing a little conversating about our second, third, and my second, third. I'm getting light notes of cinnamon with leather, and I want to say it's kind of like a creamy cedar. That's probably the best way I can describe that.
Okay. All right, so I just retroed. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. So there's pepper note. But there's it's like buttercream, cinnamon, and then like a black pepper on the back end. It's an interesting, because like I was chewing on the smoke, right, to get my mind working on the palate, and I was like, okay, I got a creaminess. There's a little bit of like a spice that's not black pepper, but I was like, it has to be like cinnamon because it's like hot. Now I got the black pepper, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's tasty, very tasty, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, this is This is one of those cigars where I feel like you could smoke it probably like 3 times in a row, and you can pull out different notes every time.
Okay,
very complex.
That's it. I like that.
Because the first thing I was like, sweet tobacco and spices, and then I like retrohaled, and I was like, ooh, no, now I get some creaminess there. So like, okay, and then I was like, ooh, is that cinnamon on the back of the tongue? Oh, black pepper. Okay. So it's interesting. Like, it depends how you smoke it. I think it's very, very complex. It's almost too complex to be on the nose, right? Like, it doesn't smack you with anything. It just like, it's up to you to kind of sift through what you get, and then I think also what you're pairing it with, it's gonna bring out different things. Like, if you were smoking this with your Hennessy, you'd probably get a little bit more of that cinnamon, maybe a little bit more of that sweetness. Whereas I'm pairing it with my Glenfiddich, which is very caramel-like, so I get sweet tobacco and pepper.
I can see what you're saying. So it's one of those, definitely a pairing type cigar. parable.
Yeah. Go pick one of these up, guys. You'll enjoy it.
I will. If I see it, I will. Just like this one. If I see it, I will.
All right. So before the break, we were talking about clarity. And we talked about how a good lounge isn't going to thrive because everyone's perfectly happy. It's going to thrive because the environment is predictable, respectful, anchored in clear expectations. Well, leadership is going to work the same way. People don't need you to be their ice cream man. They need you to be steady, clear, fair, predictable in your principles, even when your decisions are not popular. You can't change with the wind, right? Like
right.
I've had people where they made a choice, and they're like, "Well, here's our choice." Then the workers got a hold of them and talked to them, and they said, "Oh, never mind. I'm going to change my answer." And then leadership gets a hold of them. Someone in the C-suite gets a hold of them. They go, "Well, okay, no, you make up a good point, so I'm going to change my answer again." And then, they go back and forth, and then finally they just have to pick one. No, you got to be predictable. You have to provide structure, and people can find their own comfort. You got to provide clarity. They're going to find their own happiness. At least if you're consistent, people are going to know what to expect from you. Yeah, it may be unpopular. Right. Yes, you may be that hard ass that holds everybody to a higher standard. But at least people are going to know, no, that's the standard. But I know he has a higher standard, but damn, he makes work fun. Oh, he jokes around. He knows who the hell I am and what's going on, and he takes care of me when I have a personal issue going on, whatever the hell it is, right? So if you're consistent and you can find the good things, people are going to find their own shit to be happy about. But you got to stop chasing approval. Leaders have to stop chasing approval. New leaders especially fall in this trap of trying to make everybody happy, and even seasoned pros do. They try to chase approval. Now, on the surface, wanting people to like you doesn't sound dangerous. It sounds human, right? And we all want to belong to a group, a tribe, if you will. We all like to feel accepted. We're all going to enjoy a compliment, a nod of appreciation, a "Hey, boss, thanks for handling that." That sort of stuff. We're social creatures. That's how it happens. Here's where it's going to go sideways. If a leadership, so when approval becomes the goal, leadership stops becoming leadership. It stops being leadership. A leader who tries to make everyone happy becomes a walking, talking identity crisis. It's terrible. Like, nobody's going to know what to expect from them.
Yeah. Is when that happens, they become indecisive. They become, they're too busy analyzing every angle, every opinion, every possible reaction. They're paralyzed by what will people think of me instead of guided by what's the right move. And I have touched base with a few of the new leaders back in the day when we worked together. Not necessarily you, but it was some like, "Hey, Dice, I let this guy do this and this and this." And I was like, how'd that work out for you? "Well, he kind of fucked me over." I was like, that's what I was trying to tell you. Stop trying to get approval and stand your ground. Stand on business.
Yeah. I've gone up to my boss and said, "Hey, I sent this guy home. I think he's right." And then my boss literally looked at me and goes, "Why the hell did you do that?" And I go, "Because he was sick. He was hacking up a lung. I don't need him getting everyone else in the office sick." And he looked at me and goes, "Okay then." I was like, "You're not going to intimidate." Like he said it like he was trying to intimidate me, but I was like, "No, I'm not going to sit there and say, 'Hey, I sent this dude home. Oh my gosh, then you must be upset. Like, let me change my mind." That's called inconsistency. When your decisions are based on who you're trying to please next, your standards are going to bounce around like a cheap lighter in a windstorm. People don't know what to expect, and trust tanks fast. You're going to be easily manipulated. The loudest voices are going to get their way. The most demanding person sets the tone. The leader becomes a puppet string pulled by whoever gets offended the quickest. And eventually you're going to become ineffective. Because no real progress can be made when a leader is more worried about applause than accountability. And it's just terrible. Like, my boss was trying to, like, almost intimidate me into saying, "Why the hell would I send somebody home?" The minute I stood my ground, I was like, because he got sick. He's hacking up a lung. He feels like an asshole. I don't need him getting everybody else in the office sick and dragging the whole office down. And I just told him to telework from home, and that we would, he was going to log into his computer from the house, and he can answer emails while hiking up along on his own damn couch. Like, I don't need him in the office. And he goes, he just kind of looked at me and goes, okay then. I was like, he wasn't mad. I was like, what are you going to do? Fire me because I sent somebody home? Like, get the fuck out of here.
That was sick.
I guarantee. Yeah, so especially somebody who was sick. And then he took the next 2 days off because he had a fever and was puking his guts out. I was like, this is the reason I sent his ass home. What if that perpetrated through the office? Then you have 8 people out for the next 3 days instead of 1.
Well, trying to make everyone happy, like it also can become exhausting, right? Trying to keep everyone happy, that's almost like a full-time job with no lunch breaks. People pleasing is an endless treadmill that's on an incline that never goes down, and eventually is ineffective because there's going to be no real progress. It can be made when a leader is more worried about applause than accountability, and you know what else these leaders become? Burned out. Just like a cheap cigar that wasn't rolled right. You know, they crack under pressure, unravel in the middle, they canoe, flare, fall apart because of the structure. I mean, there's so many things that cigar just isn't there. Cheaply rolled cigar loses its shape. The moment you start forcing it, bending it and pushing it too hard, leadership is no different. I mean, when you have the loudest voice in the room and you're appeasing to that, I mean, you're just going to buckle under pressure.
Yeah, or, you try to twist yourself into what everybody else needs, and whatever shape people demand, you're going to lose the very thing that makes you stable. You're going to lose your values, your boundaries, your backbone. And once your leadership loses structure, everything else is going to fall apart. Now, if you go back to that ice cream analogy, you're going to try to be universally loved, you become a flavor. You know what Baskin Robbins has of those? 32 fucking flavors. The flavors are
Did you say 30? Wait, did you just say 32?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was 31.
They have
even a logo.
Flavors.
Even the logo is at 31. I'm not talking to you.
Seasonal flavors. Anyway.
All right, go back to
your
your flavor.
Like flavors until they don't. Right?
Right.
1 month you're mint chocolate chip and everyone's favorite. Next month you're rum raisin, which is everyone's confused and a little disappointed about why the fuck this is a thing. Or pistachio. Who the fuck likes pistachio ice cream?
Everyone.
Opinions shift. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Opinions shift, trends shift, mood shift, and if your leadership shifts with every gust of a public opinion, and your influence becomes as reliable as melted soft serve on a hot day. It doesn't. It's fucking bullshit. Not everyone likes fucking vanilla. Not everyone likes chocolate. Not everyone likes Rocky Road. Not everyone likes that. Whatever. You have to, you're not trying to please everybody. You're trying to be a fucking leader, and leaders give direction.
Well, leadership shouldn't be rooted in popularity. Let's be honest. Come on. It should be rooted in principles, in clarity, as we was mentioning before, and values that don't change just because someone doesn't like them. People may not always like your decisions, but they will respect a leader who thinks clarity, stands firmly, acts consistently, and communicates honestly. Yeah, I said it. That type of leader may not be the flavor of the month, but they're the one that people trust when things get messy. If you ever smoked a truly great cigar, you know the best ones aren't the sweetest. They're the ones that are well constructed. Leadership works the same way. Well constructed leadership goes a long way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my drink.
Go for it. I remember when I was a young leader, and I wish washed one time, exactly one time. I told people you could go home early, and then I was like, no, you know what? That's not fair to the rest of everyone who has to work late. Like, you need to stay late. So I wish washed exactly once. And they took advantage of it. And I learned my lesson. That one time was all it took. And I realized I was the problem in that scenario. One of my people that took advantage of me. One of the people who didn't listen. It was me, and I owned that mistake. And so I had to learn to be stable. I had to learn on what I should focus on, and what I had to focus on was not chasing happiness and approval. Is what I should focus on setting boundaries, not just saying no and disappointing people, but setting boundaries. You have to disappoint people strategically. Leadership's about building something, an environment, culture, standard that outlasts moods and opinions. We got to break down what actually matters, right? Like what leadership should focus on instead of chasing a room full of smiling faces. You have to focus on respect. Now, in my personal opinion, and I believe almost everyone's personal opinion, is respect is earned, it's not given. Respect is the foundation of leadership. Not popularity, respect. It's not granted by title. It's not magically included with a name badge and placed on the organizational chart. It's earned through consistency, showing up the same way every day, not perfect but steady. Competence, knowing what you're doing and knowing how to find out fast. And accountability, holding yourself to the same standards you expect from others. I mean, if you expect that at the end of the week, the shop floor to be clean or the office to be clean, guess what your fucking office should be, or what your area of the shop floor should be? Fucking clean. People are going to forgive a leader who makes an occasional mistake, but they're not going to follow a leader who hides from one. Respect isn't loud. It's not flashy. It's not applause. It's quiet, steady, powerful. Just like the slow burn of a well-aged cigar. You don't have to be loved to be respected, but if you aren't respected, your leadership is a house built on sand. It has no foundation. It's shifting.
Yeah, House of Cards. That was one of the things I often had when I was in my involvement, my evolution of being a leader, is you don't have to love me, you don't have to like me, but at the end of the day, you will respect me. There's many of people that have worked for me that I guarantee you I was not liked, I was not loved, I was not a friendly guy to them or whatever, but at the end of the day, they respected working for me because they knew that I was consistent. They knew that I was competent. They knew I was going to hold everyone accountable for their actions. All three of those things, they knew that was going to happen, regardless if they liked or loved me or anything of me. At the end of the day, they respected me because of trust. Trust is built on the uncomfortable moments. It's built when you tell the truth, especially when that truth is the last thing the room wants to hear. And I often said that. Don't ask me something unless you want to hear the truth. Don't fucking do it unless you want an absolutely no bullshit answer. You earn trust when you deliver bad news honestly. Communicate decisions clearly. That's that clarity we was talking about. Follow through on your word. Admit when you don't know. Stand firm when it would be easier to bend, and share the why, not just the what. Trust is like that cigar in your humidor. When it's maintained correctly, everything inside stays strong, flavorful, and balanced. When it's neglected, everything dries out, cracks, and falls apart. People don't need you to be perfect. They need to trust that you're real. They need to trust that you are going to be honest, even when honesty is going to not be the most popular answer.
Yeah, I remember when I first started working for you, and I was learning. I was 18, brand new, trying to figure out my way in the world, right? And I was like, man, this dude is a dick. And I was like,
yeah, I remember that.
And one of the guys I was working with was like, he might be a hard ass, but you know what you're going to get from him every single time, and he's going to reward hard work. I guarantee it. He's going to see that you work hard, and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, man, whatever you say. And I just kept my head down. I kept working. I kept trying to learn. I asked questions, and eventually, it was very much seen to me that it was like, oh, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. He understands. He asked the right questions. He asked what's going on, and I learned to trust you that you were going to be consistent and tell me what I was doing wrong to make better things, right? And that provided me some clarity. Because that's something that people overlook. Most employees can handle a tough decision, but they cannot handle confusion. Clarity is a leader's superpower. When people understand why a decision is being made, they don't always agree, but they stay aligned, they stay informed, they stay grounded. But when leaders are vague, inconsistent, or cryptic, people are going to fill in the blanks with their own assumptions, fears, and insecurities. Humans are geared towards the negative. We're automatically defaulted towards the negative. Guaranteed. If you ever drive down the road and somebody cuts you off, immediately what you think is, that person's a fucking dick. Now, you go into that person's car and you find out that they're late for their kid's surgery that should have started 20 minutes ago, and they're late to like go give their kid a hug or something, and that's why they cut you off.
Yeah.
Now you have no idea of knowing that, but you're going to fill in the blanks, right? Because you're like, that person's a dick.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, that's what you assume. It's negative. Clarity eliminates unnecessary drama. It's going to calm the room, build confidence, and it's simple. Say what you mean, explain what you expect, and stand behind your decision. Teams are going to perform better when they know exactly what's going on. If I come in and I say, I expect 30 widgets to be built every day with a 95% quality pass rate, and you hold people to the standard, they're going to be like, damn, that's a high standard, but okay, I understand what you're looking for, right? Like, boom, I'm very clear. I want this many widgets at this level of quality every single day. Boom, boom, boom. Any questions? And people are like, you want that every day? Yes, every single day. Any questions? No? Okay. Cool. Get to it. Hop to it. And boom, you just provided clarity. Now everyone knows exactly what to expect. Everyone knows how to get there. Everyone knows, that your decisions are going to be based on improving those numbers and trying to make everything better.
When stuff like that happens, you get results. And leadership is not judged by smiles. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be smiles. You want this every day. Nobody's going to smile about that. It's just about outcomes, and that's the outcome you want. So a leader's legacy isn't built from likes. It's built from that positive change, stronger teams. I want 30 widgets a day, stronger. Maybe we can get to 31. Better performance, healthier culture, problem solving, standards are raised, goals are achieved. Results speak louder than approval. Actions speak louder than words. Results outlast criticism. Results silence doubt. Actions win any argument, anytime. People may question your choices in the moment, but results explain themselves in the long run. The funny thing about it is, once your team sees consistent results, respect and trust follow naturally, almost automatically. People believe in leaders who deliver. You don't have to chase approval when the results earn it for you. And that's what I try to teach so many people, is to get the results, to have the respect from when results are driven. You see the results, and then you're going to respect everything that comes after that.
Yeah, and I've had leaders that expected unattainable. Well, I don't want to say unattainable. It was attainable, but near unattainable results. And
right.
And I questioned it. I said, hey, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think you're providing enough human error factor in your calculation. And they're like, no, I've provided plenty. You just got to work harder. And I was like, I don't think it's a thing, man. And we never got there. Never got there. And I told him, I was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And we got close once. Once we got close. And he was like, see, we're almost there. And I was like, again, human factor is a thing. Like, you just didn't provide enough. But, you got to be willing to grow, right? Leadership is not a destination. It's a journey. It's an ongoing process of shaping yourself with the people that you serve. There's two types of growth that matter the most. It's going to be your growth as a leader. If you're not learning, evolving, sharpening your own skills, reading your own books, listening to great podcasts, your leadership becomes yesterday's news. Yeah, like this one. Stagnant leaders create stagnant teams. The leader, you got to read, observe, learn, improve, adapt. Like I always like to say, improvise, modify, adapt, overcome. A
Yeah.
leader should grow
I like that.
cigar matures, slowly, steadily, with depth and intention. You're gonna have to improvise a solution. You're gonna have to modify that solution. You have to adapt it into your normal process, and you're gonna overcome any obstacles. That's gonna make your team grow, right? Which is the next thing you have to grow. Is your people should be better because they worked with you, not. Hey, I stayed the same. I worked for this dude for 5 years and I didn't learn shit. That's a failure on the leader. You should not make them more stressed, not more confused, not more dependent on you, but better. Growth is going to look like stronger skills, better confidence, clearer direction, more independence, increased ownership, greater resilience, better communication. When your people grow, your whole operation grows. When your people get better, your team becomes unstoppable. Yeah, that's a communication, bitch.
That's why I drank, and I'm drinking again.
It's so delicious.
When you was talking about that growth, it jogged something in my memory, and there's times where I've had a conversation with my upper leadership when we work together, and there's certain people that will come through and they'll be like, I can tell he worked for you. I can tell you was on Dice's team because of everything that you just listed. It's one of those where it's the real. I can speak properly. Maybe I had too much energy. real. See, you had me do it again, you fucker.
Oh my God.
Leadership equations. It's one of those things where you could tell if your team respects you, trusts you, understands you, see results from you, and grows under you. Then guess what? You're doing leadership right. And people can tell that. They can honestly tell that, because it's not like a 24/7 thing. Likability is optional. You don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. Respect is not. Consistency is not, and integrity is not. If you want a room full of smiling faces, you can stick to giving them that ice cream on a hot summer day. But if you want a room full of capable, confident, and motivated people, lead your team. Lead your team like the strong leader that you really are.
Yeah, it's. I know that I've been told before, especially like when I was a younger leader. They're like, oh, people would be like, oh, you worked under Dice, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, I did. Why? I'm like, I could just tell by your mannerisms and the way you handle yourself. And I'm like, good, because that means I learned something. That means I incorporated something. That means I grew. That means I should be better than what I was yesterday. And that's the real goal, right? Like, if you want people to sit there and you don't want parents, you don't want yes men, you don't want these whatever, right? You want people that can sit there and go, think on their own 2 feet and make a decision in your absence. You want leaders. You want to grow your, we've said it before. We've done a whole episode on train your replacement. You want to make sure that you're training your replacement. If I leave tomorrow and nobody could do my job, I have failed. I have failed as a leader. Somebody should be willing.
I'm trying to train someone like that now.
Yeah, somebody should be able to come up and go, oh yeah, I may not be able to do as good as him right now, but I bet you I can get there. I bet you I can make that happen. I can do that.
Yeah. And
they should be able to handle it. Within 6 months, they should be as good as I am in the job because they have all the information I have. That's it. If I don't train that person, then I fail. And that's what I'm trying to instill in my people. And that's why I keep telling everybody, I'm like, I'm not here to make decisions for you. I'm here to teach you how to make the decisions that I make and why I make them with the same amount of information. I'm not here to tell you why 2 + 2 equals 4. I'm here to tell you how to figure out why 2 + 2 equals 4.
that whole teach a man to fish types. I've heard people say before, like, I was trying to think how you think, and to me that's a huge compliment. Just like I be trying to think how your final third is going to be.
See, that's a better segue. You fucked it up the first time, but I give you that better segue.
Yeah, I'm trying. Growth. I'm learning from you.
I'm training.
Yay.
I appreciate it. This final third is still low key pepper via the retrohale, but it's becoming back to that woodsy. It's almost woodsy almond mix notes. It's good. There's a sweetness there, almost like a black cherry, maybe. That's coming through. It could be the pairing. But it's very good.
I think a lot of my flavor notes is coming from my pairing because the charred meat is back with a hint of sourdough. But the charred meat, I don't want to give it the sweet. I don't want people to think sweet. But if you was to like brown or burn some brown sugar, I'm getting that. Like if you was to do the charred meat end tips and they have that like sweetness to the charred meat, it's not necessarily sugar, but you can tell it's charred. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, interesting.
Mixed with sourdough. I mean, if I want to press the test, I can say leather is in there too.
All right. Okay. Well, obviously it's not ice cream. Maybe not everybody's flavor. But my question then to you would be: is a single, 5-pack, or box worthy?
It's time to answer the question: is a cigar box worthy, 5-pack, or just 1 or 2?
All right. Well, now I'm gonna look at the cigar as a whole. There was transitions throughout. I enjoyed the smoke. It wasn't a fucking old school car that was just like billowing smoke out the fucking exhaust. My burn line is not razor sharp, but it is good. It's not perfect by any means. The ash isn't horrible. I enjoyed the smoke throughout. I didn't have to relight. I didn't even really have to touch up. There's something about it that's just not making me lean towards box, even though I do like the box. It's almost worthwhile buying a box just to get the VHS like box tape for it. But I'm gonna go 5-pack on this one.
Okay. I think that's what I gave it last time. Was 5-pack. It was very good. It was a good smoke. It just didn't quite put me over the edge as the box worthy. But it was very good. If I'm remembering right, I think that's what I gave it. Again, I want to smoke it again. Just it's not a bad smoke. Don't think that. It just
by all means,
like,
I would
right
recommend
there.
people picking this thing up. I recommend picking it up.
Yeah. It just, to me, was when I think box worthy, I think I could smoke this any day of the week, twice on Sunday, and be happy. And be happy, but it just wasn't quite there for me. This Christoph. So, opposite of you, it has been building up smoke. The ash is a dark gray. It's not bad. The flavor notes are not bad, and it's very complex. I don't think I could sit there and go, yeah, I'm happy I have a box of these in my humidor. I think I'm going to go 5-pack on this one.
Okay.
I recommend people pick this up. I recommend people pick this up. I recommend people smoke this. It just doesn't, again, it doesn't quite put me over the edge. It just doesn't just scream like, yes, pick me up, smoke me all the days, and you'll be happy. It just was like, okay, cool. This is a good one-off, once a week, and you'll be probably pretty happy with it. It's like, oh yeah, I got a 5-pack of these. All right, cool. I can smoke these for a while, and I'd be pretty happy with having them in my humidor.
I want to venture off and smoke more Christophs. I don't think I smoked enough Christophs. But I mean, listening to your flavor profiles of that cigar, I'm curious to how it would actually pair with Hennessy, because everyone knows that's what I'm going to drink. Matter of fact, I don't think I announced what I was drinking this episode, and I'm pretty sure everyone already knew I was drinking Hennessy anyway. It's the final episode of this season. Of course, it's the SOP. But yeah, I'm if I see it, I will 100% pick it up, guaranteed. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what flavor profiles I get from actual smoking that cigar.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a very good cigar. It's it just it's not like a Red Meat Lovers or an Obrigado or whatever, where I can like, oh man, I could smoke 3 of these in a row and I would never. I just would be ecstatic. It's like I could smoke one of these, smoke another different with something else, and I'd be happy. And then I could smoke another one the next week at some point during the week, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm okay with this. It's just not something I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke these back to back to back.
All right. Well, fair enough. I mean, we've discussed not trying to make everyone happy. Leadership isn't about trying to make everyone happy. We discussed the different flavor profiles of the cigars we enjoyed, and I mean, final episode, I'm looking forward to season 5.
I am looking very much towards season 5. Can't believe we've been doing this for 4 years. I honestly never thought it would be going this long. I never thought we'd still be doing this after the first 2 seasons. I thought it would kind of wither off and die eventually, but here we are, getting ready to go into season 5. Still enjoying it, still having a blast, and can't wait to see what season 5 holds. If you guys have any suggestions, please hit us up at Leadership of the Leaf on Instagram. Please give us your suggestions. We will look at them. We will seriously take them under consideration. Hit us up, send us an IM, slide, whatever. Hit us direct message, leave us a comment, whatever. We want to hear from you guys.
All right.
All right. Till next time, I'm Austin.
And I'm going to stay Dice.
And great leaders smoke great cigars.
He said it. All right. Facts.
Thank you for listening to Leadership of the Leaf. The comments and opinions expressed by the host and guests does not reflect the opinions of those that broadcast this show, nor does it reflect any of our affiliates.